I'd like to get into, strategic transformations in complex financial institutions. That's something that was listed in your bio. Um, for the less educated, that's like several really complex words
Mhm.
next to each other. Like, let's dig into that. Like, what does that mean for you?
So not in consulting, but one thing I did when I was at JP Morgan was, we got brought in when they were looking to take what was kind of run like a subsidiary little finance company, auto finance, and bring it into the larger enterprise and think about, what you could do when you take all the consumer functions and you put them together and you say, if I was going to create this from scratch, what would it look like? And so, there can be a lot of questions of, where can you see synergies? Where can you create a common group to, do a function that can cover multiple products? And that's for a larger organization. Some of the, low-hanging fruit from if, maybe you had a number of acquisitions and you haven't done that type of, work to rethink. I mean, a lot of times when you're doing those, you're planning to do some of those efficiencies, but really kind of getting down to the nuts and bolts of those type of efforts are one thing. Other ones are, I would say, working with, smaller companies that have a really great technology and, they've got, one use case for it, but they're trying to kind of build out another use case that, and as I think a lot of people know is, the one that you started with might not be the application of how it's gonna really hit and land, and so, when you've been in, for instance, the auto finance or dealership ecosystem, there's a lot of people trying to sell into that one and, helping them to, ask questions about whether it's meeting that need, especially in a place that's as fragmented as that. It's harder to scale in that industry than some of the others.